All right. So, comments on the videos have given me the impression that I need to re explain this in a much slower and clearer way. Okay? The camp spawn point issue. Okay? I'm going to move a camp right now. Okay? So, you want to press tab. No, how do you do it? You press tab and you press Z. Now, you see how the camp unit, the word camp, is facing towards me. If the word camp is facing towards me, the way I'm facing right now is the way that players are going to face when they spawn into my camp. But that's only determined right now when I very first place this camp unit. Like if I face it this way, players are gonna be looking that way when they spawn in. If I face it this way, they're gonna face the way I'm facing that way when they spawn in. Okay? So I want players to face this way, okay? We'll just do it the way that I always build when I build here. So then I decide where I want my build circle to be, right? And get the facing exactly how I want it, right? We'll say, let's do that right there. Now we'll go right just outside of the jigger here. And see how I'm facing the direction that, I mean, obviously it's off by a degree or two, but, you know, I'm not like facing this fucking way or something. Okay? And then now when you can rotate this any way that you want. The direction that players spawn facing will never change after the very first time that the camp unit is placed at a camp. Moving it now will only move where they spawn. Okay? So now I can take this thing and I can pick it up and I can bring it over here and I could set it there. And again, we come just outside of the area here. We'll travel back. See now, this is a player issue. Sometimes you specifically will be 90 degrees to the left. So if you're always spawning in, you know, say facing this way, but you thought it was supposed to be this way, other players will spawn in this way. The way that when you set the camp unit, that's how other players will always spawn in. Always. If I were to leave the server and come back into a different server or just reload my game, I'll begin to always spawn the right way. This is a recent bug and I don't understand it. But you see how moving the camp unit moved where the spawn point is? So you determine the direction when you first place the unit. The very first time when deciding where a camp's going to be. You determine the location anytime by moving the camp unit around. Is that more clear now? Because there was some confusion about you could pick your camp unit up and move it around and it didn't change what direction people spawn. No, it doesn't. The other thing that's really smart that I do that I don't understand why apparently nobody else does. You've seen here you can tweak around your spawn point, right? So what you do is you set down your camp unit. You dick around with your spawn point. You decide how you like the spawn point in your camp radius. And then once you know where other players are going to spawn, have a friend travel to your camp. Once you know exactly where players are going to spawn, build around that. Then it's 100% perfect. You can have players literally spawn where they don't even have to take a step to your vending machine. You can have players spawn literally right behind your collectron if giving away your materials is the thing that you want to do. I don't understand why we complicate this to the point where, you know, we go to a YouTube video that shows exactly how to do it, but because we didn't slow down and say it right, I guess, we have to do it again. So maybe that's slower and maybe that's clearer and maybe we understand a little bit better. But regardless, there's always that camp that breaks the rules. You put down the camp unit, it doesn't matter where you place it. At that camp, you're close enough to a natural world spawn point that you'll always spawn the same way no matter where you put the camp unit. Easy solution. Find out where the fuck spawn point is before you build the camp. Don't spend 3 hours building this great, awesome camp only for people to spawn into your foundation. Find out where people spawn and then go, hey, you know what? Let me move it a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to build here. Like, we're not launching missiles here. This isn't that hard. It's really not. I mean, I can't because the camps or the tent's there, but I would show you how the spawn works at my other camp. But anyways, that should explain it much more simpler in simple ways for people. Okay? So until the next time I need to explain something better, I've been 7.